Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. I am playing along with May I Scrap Lift You for November, and here is today's layout that I'm scrap lifting. It is an older one from Missy Whidden, and it has been in my stash for a while to scrap lift, and I finally found one that actually works for it. So today, this is another layout for my Destin, Florida trip with my family, and I am documenting the big pile of crab legs that my niece ate. Now, all my nieces are like super duper skinny, and this girl can eat, and she has always loved crab legs, and she knew exactly what she was ordering that night when we sat down to that oceanside uh, restaurant here. So I thought it deserved a page of its own in the album here. So here I have some old Heidi Swapp Polaroid frames here, and I did actually decide to leave the whole frame. I mean, I could have just cut off the top, but I decided to put a mat on the inside because my pictures were slightly smaller than uh, the opening of the frame. So I used some brown reeds as a solid uh, foundations paper. And so here you can see that I'm working on trimming down the photos so there is a small mat around each one. And let's see, I do end up using foam adhesive under each photo so they do kind of have some dimension off of that main photo frame. The ones I eventually get to that point here. So now that I have my pictures ready, and so I am going to finish up working on putting the inside in, taping down the frame so it doesn't open up, and there's where I close it down, and using my foam adhesive and getting each picture ready so I can work with it when I'm ready to put together the cluster for the photos here. So that was my first step on my layout. And looks like I haven't even really gotten my background ready yet because that isn't what it looks like. Well, I do end up using that for the main part of the background, but I do cut it down, do some distressing. So my pictures are done and ready to go. And let's see, so I'm pulling everything off that I, in general, think I am going to use, cutting off the branding strip. This background paper is from an older Hip Kit Club. And so here I'm using more of that brown, and so I cut off 2 strips, and I'm going to put a strip of brown at the top and the bottom. And this is just kind of to condense more of that area that I need to fill with the actual layout design, because I didn't have a lot of product that went with this topic. So really I was just pulling from my color drawers for a lot of this, that the only on theme item that I had were some crab die cuts from 49 a Market, and I think I've had those since maybe last summer, and I think they came with the front porch collection, and honestly I wasn't sure when I would ever use them, and as I was digging through looking for something else, I came across those, and I was like, I have to make sure that I use those on this particular page. So I finally found a reason to use the crabs. So there you can see that I did trim it down, and I did rough up, use my Tim Holtz Distressor to rough up the white part of my paper. And actually, I don't think I rough up too much else. I think I use more of my fingernails maybe on one or two other things. So here you can see that I am cutting this green rub-on. This is a 49 a Market. It was from an older collection. I'm honestly not sure which one. If I had to guess, it was probably from Plum Grove. And then I have some of the photo frames, and I'm cutting this one in half and using it to represent those Polaroid pieces that Missy had in her layout onto the side. So really just building a cluster off to the side like she had. And again, I went to my color drawers and pulled out some green pieces and some orangey corally pieces, and really that's kind of the color scheme that I went with, is just the orange and the greeny colors. So, and some white cream pieces as well. So there you can see I've got my first crab going on the layout here. And then just using some liquid glue to put down those acetate pieces. That the Nuvo glue works fantastic. Even under the clear acetate pieces, once it dries, you can't even see where it's at once it dries. So here is, oh, I do use my distress tool on this piece as well. That this was also a layering piece from 49 and Market. And I thought the soft pink coral color was a great way to anchor the top part of this photo cluster area. So instead of, I believe on Missy's, oh no, she only had 3 as well, and they used the 4th one as her title. And I decided to use just a big floral piece in that place instead of making that my title. And really, there are several wordy bits around each of the photos that could be considered my title, but ultimately I decided the title for this was Do Not Disturb, because she was busy and getting to town on eating those crab legs. So um, that sticker will come into play here in a little bit, and I've actually had that sticker for a long time in my stash as well, so I'm glad that I found a fun way to use it. And here I have another one of those acetate frames, and I glue it down just to the top so I can still move around the cluster a little bit for spacing until I know I'm ready to glue it down. And once I figure out the placement of the other half of my rub-on that I cut off earlier, then that's when I glue things down. So now that I've kind of decided placement-wise where it's going to go, get the rub-on down, move my grouping aside, and then I can come back in and glue everything down. So there we go. So now I'm going to add that piece there and add the liquid adhesive there onto the acetate, and now we're ready to build the bottom portion of this cluster here. So here is my floral piece. This is a older collection from Vicky Booten. I believe this floral piece was from Fernwood. And I did need to add some of this thinner foam to the backside of the sticker that because it was overlapping those photo frames just a little bit, that they had a little bit of dimension. And oh, there's that second crab. So now both crabs have found their homes, and there is where my title sticker is going down that says Do Not Disturb. And so this one here could also be considered a title, better than all the rest. And then the other picture with the bones, or the, not bones, the shells of the crab, says In the Blink of an Eye, that I was just kind of being funny about it. So And this niece will appreciate that as well. So the sticker there says good job. So she finished her dinner and got a good job from all of us. So getting close to wrapping things up here, using my T-square ruler to make sure that I am getting that sticker on, but I do decide to put my journaling here first, and really it's just quick. Just says Lauren still loves crab legs, yum. That she has loved crab legs since she was a kid, and so now that I have that down, just making sure that's straight, and then I can put that over the top. There, and let's see, I'm gonna pull out, oh, the rub-on that I had one tiny little green splotch on it that I had cut around, and so I have this heart also that I pulled out, so I do add some dimensional adhesive to that. And oh, I decided there was a funny little blank spot here, so I pulled out some leaf rub-ons. Oh my gosh, my words are leaving me here. And added that there as well to try and fill in that odd blank space there. So there is that other trapped, or not trapped piece, splatter rub on there. And now I'm just kind of going around and making sure that those border strips on the top and bottom are adhered securely. And then I pull out these Prima Say It in crystals and use these peach colored ones and add those around in several different places. And then the final step is adding the Nuvo gold splatters around the layout as well, that I've tried to use consistently on most or all of the full-size pages in my Destin album. So if you are new here, welcome. And if you wouldn't mind, if you like what you saw, give me a like and subscribe. And otherwise, here come the close-up shots. I will have a list below of everybody playing along with May I Scrap Lift You. And let's see what else. I will also have my social media accounts for Instagram as well as Pinterest. And I think that pretty much wraps things up. So thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.